What up, everybody? The Tulsa King Season 3, Episode 6 trailer starts off with Dwight telling Joanne that he doesn't care what's working against them, that they gotta keep moving forward. This is after Jeremiah Dunmire flexed his power in Episode 5, crashing Dwight's launch party with his goons, the Tulsa cops, and the Attorney General with him, while also making false claims that he helped Theo Montague come up with the formula for the 50-year bourbon and using the barrel that they stole that they still had, trying to say it was proof. But before that, he had the AG send over an inspector he had under his thumb to shut the whole thing down, who ended up getting killed when Bigfoot pushed some barrels on top of him. When Dwight found out about what happened, he decided it was better to say it was an accident rather than to just bury the body because it would bring too much heat on them. But obviously, a dead inspector at your place of business is also going to have consequences. And the trailer reveals what that is as it shows a sign that says Montague Distillers has officially been shut down by ABLE, the alcohol beverage law enforcement. They're probably shutting it down after the inspector's death, saying it's an unsafe work environment. If the barrels could fall on the inspector, they could fall on anyone. And this is the obstacle that Dwight's probably talking about when he says they got to keep moving forward. We also get the Tulsa King timeline from this sign as it says the date is September 23rd, 2025. The trailer has Dwight telling his crew that they got to get the booze delivered, and Tyson saying that they're going to do it under the radar. So Dwight and his crew are going from having a legit business to now moving the liquor under the table, which is essentially illegal. And even though it's not a major crime like drug dealing or something like that, it's definitely something they could get locked up for. And with that said, the trailer also shows a biker cop pulling over a car. And I think this could potentially be some of Dwight's crew getting pulled over with the illegal booze in the trunk. The ironic thing about that is in episode 5, when Vince was talking to Bevacqua about Dwight's bourbon business, he called it a racket. And Bevacqua checked him and told him it was legit and not a racket. In the very next episode, it's become a racket. So because Dwight's now having to move booze under the table, he's probably going to take a lot less money and settle for significantly less than the 150 million that the bourbon was originally worth. Not to mention, even if he is able to move it under the table, they could potentially have tax issues. And because of that, they might have to launder the money at the Bread to Buck saloon or something like that. Just one crime leading to another, bootlegging, or whatever they call it these days, leading to tax evasion, leading to money laundering. In addition to the problems that Dwight's dealing with concerning his bourbon business, Bevacqua is also in trouble as the trailer shows Goody telling Dwight that Bevacqua never made it home and asking Dwight if things got hot. Obviously talking about the end of episode 5 when Bevacqua confronted Dwight about where he's been disappearing to. Then the trailer shows Bevacqua in a holding cell, looking like it's the same holding cell that Musso had Dwight in episode 1. This is after Bevacqua got pulled over by two SUVs with masked men and held at gunpoint at the end of episode 5, similar to how Musso took Dwight out of Margaret's house. In some ways it's worse, but in some ways it's better, because at least Margaret somewhat knew what happened to Dwight, either though she had to have guns pointed at her also. Now, for Bevalaqua wife, it could be worse because she doesn't know where he's at all. In addition to Bevalaqua getting pulled over the end of episode 5 and now being in this interrogation room in the episode 6 trailer, also keep in mind that Bevalaqua let Dwight know that one of his wire shops got raided. And also keep in mind of the listening device that the feds have in one of Bevalaqua's shops. So Musso's gonna have a whole lot he can blackmail Bevalaqua with to force him to work for him, just like he did Dwight. I reckon Musso will play back the listening device that they have in that shop while Bevelak was talking about killing somebody or something like that. I also wonder if Musso's gonna reveal to Bevelakwa that Dwight is also stuck under his thumb. Then the trailer shows Jeremiah Dunmire telling Cole that if he wants to make him proud, then he has to finish this, to find Manfredi and to end him. Again, we're seeing how Jeremiah uses Cole's desire for Jeremiah's acceptance to basically get him to do whatever he tells him to. After Jeremiah tells Cole to find Manfredi and end him, the trailer shows Cole and at least one other guy shooting up a diner. And I can't tell if Dwight's at the diner, Cole's shooting up, but it does show Tyson at this diner. Tyson and whoever he's with flips over the table for a shield, and it also shows Tyson returning fire at Cole. It shows one of the guys who Tyson's with, and I've never seen him on screen before. So this could potentially be some kind of meeting that Tyson and Dwight are at, talking to somebody about making a deal to buy some of the bourbon. But the trailer also shows Tyson wearing the same suit that he's wearing when he's shooting back at Cole, walking through some type of lobby with Dwight and Bigfoot. So this might be them walking to the meeting that gets shot up by Cole. And the trailer also shows Bigfoot knocking somebody out at a gas station, as well as Mitch and Cleo attacking two men at a distillery. It also looks like Cleo might be stabbing one of these guys. So it looks like Mitch and Cleo are going on the offense, but the question is, did Dwight give them the green light to do this? Because we've seen the results of Tyson, Bodie, and Grace doing recon work on their own. Now the result of Bigfoot making the call and dropping the barrel on the inspector. And if Mitch and Cleo are attacking the Dunmire distillery, this might also have consequences. And the trailer concludes with Quiet Ray on the phone talking to Dwight and asking him if he's ready to talk now. So ever since season 3 started, Quiet Ray's been trying to get Dwight to share a piece of what he's doing in Tulsa with him. We've seen Vince reporting back to Quiet Ray trying to get favor with him, and also Quiet Ray reaching out to Bill trying to get him to turn on Dwight. But now that Dwight's in the situation he's in, having to move booze under the table, he might now be in the position where he's forced to turn to Quiet Ray for help because Quiet Ray most likely has the connections back in New York to help Dwight move the bourbon under the table. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.